Africa, welcome to the biggest stadium in your living room, P&B Sports on P&B TV. I'm your host, Tom, the voice of the game. Last night, the Premier League didn't just give us football, it gave us a tectonic shift. From the Etihad to the Villa Park, the Giants are trembling. We've got Chelsea running riot, Arsenal trailing at the head of the table. We've got Manchester City surrendering a lead to the tricky trees, and a 10-man Newcastle proving that St. James Park is still a fortress. Joining me and our world-class analyst, Abel Sunday, and Ero John all the way from Benin City, the #1 sports analyst in the South-South, as we dissect 25 minutes of pure footballing madness. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Ero.
Ero, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning. Yeah, good morning. It's a very good morning, and it's a pleasure to be with you once again. I hope you are very fine, Tom.
Yes, I am. How is everything at your end? I hope you had a wonderful and amazing night, Ero.
Of course, Manchester United lost, so it was an amazing night.
Yes, and Chelsea won 4-1, but they are still sitting below Manchester United. So let's start with Arsenal. Let's start with Arsenal. We saw Bukayo Saka, he scored the winning goal at 9 minutes, helping Arsenal extend their lead at the top of the table to 7 points. Abel, let me start with you. Arsenal have shown that they can win in ugly situations. They have shown that they are prepared to win this EPL season. Is this the clinical edge of a championship mentality, or was Brighton just unlucky at Amex?
Obviously, this is a time for them to win. In fact, anyhow they want to win, they just have to win it. And yesterday they did not play that fantastic. They did not play fantastic. Their performance was not fantastic yesterday. But the most important thing is the 3 points. And I don't think Mikel Arteta will be worried about how they play. But the most important thing is that they just. And again, I think one key highlight or one key moment we need to see from that, what they come from that game, is Bukayo Saka's 300 games for Arsenal. And of course, he marked it with a goal, which is a very significant one for that young man. He has also worked for the Gunners. So, but like I already said, I don't think it's going to be Mikel Arteta will be very happy with the 3 points, regardless of how his team played this game.
Fantastic indeed. Ero, we've seen an Arsenal side that have shown us that they have this championship mentality. In your own opinion, don't you think that this EPL is Arsenal's own to lose? Or do you think that they might just be mounting some pressure on the Arsenal team coming from a team like Manchester City?
I think the EPL trophy is Arsenal's to lose at this point because there are 7 points clear at the top of the table with 8 games to go, even if they're not in the beginning. But one thing we need to always understand when it comes to that is we have to pay attention to who is following. Manchester City that is following is quite inconsistent. Imagine you are facing an Arsenal side for the EPL trophy and you are trying to Nottingham Forest at the bottom half of the table. So it's sad one. I was telling somebody yesterday after the brand that sadly at the point after admit that Arsenal are the ones to be EPL trophy. But like they always say, you can never say never. But then again, in my own opinion, I think probably at this point in time, it's Arsenal to lose. Because for Arsenal to come down right now to the table, you need them to lose at least 3 games or 2 games and get 1 draw. And we have just 8 parties to do. And they are showing us what quality of the champion is. I remember in 2014 when Leicester City won the EPL. This is how they won. They struggled to win 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. And before you know it, they got settled. And like Coach Sekorio, we always say, I'm not outside to please you. That I'm not there to play. I'm not there for summer football. I'm not there to entertain you. What matters the most is 3 points.
Fantastic. Talking about points, Manchester City is trailing behind Arsenal because Arsenal have a 7-point lead. And this says a lot about them. Yesterday, we saw a Manchester City side. They led twice. Antonio and Rodri scored. But then it seems like we saw a Nottingham Forest side that was ready for them. We saw goals from Morgan Gibbs-White And also a 76-minute equalizer from Elliot Anderson, who secured a point for the relegation-threatened Forest. Abel, you know you are the one that always hypes up Man City, and you always make a statement. You say some years back we saw an Arsenal side that was leading with about 8 points on the table to win the EPL, but all of a sudden they dropped it and they lost that EPL. What do you think about this particular team? Do you think that Man City is a team that can create an upset still with 8 matches left in the English Premier League?
Yes, I think it's still possible. And to correct that, they still have the game at hand. So if they could win that game, they will drop that with 34 to 4. That is 4 games to go. 4 points lead for Arsenal. Behind Arsenal with 4 points. But again, going into that game yesterday, I knew that playing for it to be very, very difficult. That's why you are playing a related threatening team. They want to do anything to get out of that spot. So it's a very, very difficult one. You saw how they fought all through. But largely, and to be honest, I think Manchester City did not cover themselves in glory yesterday. And again, I need to say something always on this show. It's a game of football, is who wanted it most. And I think by my own calculation, I think Nottingham Forest wanted that game most, because how can you take a lead once and take twice, the second time, you still allow them to come back to us. So I think to my own calculation and view, I think Nottingham Forest wanted that game most yesterday.
Okay, fantastic. And Ero, I know that you have a lot to say about this Manchester City side. We've seen that City dominated possession largely in that match, but it seems like their defense was porous. What do you think about the defense of Manchester City? Don't you think that it has become too vulnerable under pressure?
You see, one thing we need to understand is that there are times like this you always want. You cannot have it perfect. You cannot have it 100 every time. Yeah, I think one thing that people have realized and people have come to understand is the fact that people have learned the act of Pep Guardiola and Manchester defensive structure. And so that it appears easy to penetrate them. And don't forget, the likes of Rodri is no longer in his A game. When Rodri was in his A game, he was the base of that defensive lineup. Again, so now he has been seeing a lot of injuries. It's no longer Rodri that was used to know. So it's clearly missing that there's somebody who is supposed to be there, but the person is not there. The person is not showing as useful. So I think that's also playing a factor. And then I don't think that the players are doing so poorly. I just think that these other teams will actually learn to that and they know how to penetrate Manchester defensive line. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Abel, if you're a coach, what will you do for Manchester City's defense? How are you going to manage? Are we going to expect you to handle the team and say, instead of playing a high line, I think we should just play low block and see how we can make sure that the team we are playing doesn't score and actually run our offense on counters? Or would you keep the Manchester City's lineup and the Manchester City's formation the same?
To be honest, I don't think Manchester City are used to playing low block, sitting down, waiting for people to come and counter. I don't think they are used to that kind of football. They always attack, they always control the game, they always own it, they always detect the pace, they always they detect what they detect the kind of pace they want to see, they take the kind of game they want to see. And just like what I call it, Arsenal this season, they always attack you. They know that okay, they have the ability to hurt anybody. But going back to play low block, I don't think that's the case. But for me, if I were the coach or if I were Guardiola, I think what I need to do is just decide my players for, because we have everything it takes to win this league. You just tell me, hey guys, we can do this thing. Forget the noise. You get, and English media again. If you're not inside there, you will not know what is going on. Forget, you will see the noise everywhere. Some of them they just have to just go out of social media so that they can have their sanity. So because telling them this, telling them that. But for me, I will just try to psych up my team. This is what we can do. This.
We can do this. The motivational speaker coach. We can do this. And over to a team that seems likely to be the most motivated so far, sitting at 5th position in English Premier League table. I'm sure Ero is excited. It's Chelsea. Chelsea won Aston Villa yesterday 4-1 with a hat-trick from Joao Pedro, who silenced Villa Park with his sensational hat-trick. And it seems like he helped to move Liam Rossignor's side within 3 points of the top 4. Joao Pedro is currently the most dangerous man in London. He's a hitman in London at the moment. Has Chelsea finally found the world-class finisher that they've been looking for and craving for years?
I don't think so.
I expected you to be elated.
I think not only one class. He has struggled to this his first season at Chelsea, and there's one thing that he has brought to the team that I like. He already has an experience playing in England, playing for Brighton. So stepping into Chelsea was a difficult one for him. He has had some good days, he has had some bad days. But I think I cannot rate him as a world-class finisher. Yes, he has been giving us answers to some questions. I will rate him over Nicolas Jackson any day, anytime, to my sleep, to my dreams, even with my death there. But I think we're not calling him a world-class finisher just yet. I just think at the moment he's doing the job that he's paid for.
Oh, fantastic. And Abel, I know that you are one of those that are excited that Chelsea has 48 points on the English Premier League table. What do you think about this Chelsea side? Do you think that they are doing well without Cole Palmer's prowess so far?
Yes, I was surprised with their performance yesterday because, to be honest, I thought that they're going to struggle with that game. But if you see how they started slow, they went back first before they considered first before they had to come up and come out of their shell and see how they had to pull out that result. But for me, I think it's a very nice one. When they're coming out and make sure that they have to fight for that top 4. I'm not having a particular team that I want to finish top 4. I just want to see the competition. I just want to see how tough it is. So that anybody that puts on that top 4 actually deserves it. You get it.
Yes.
If Manchester United sleep, they know that there's somebody behind them that can take up that place. So I just want to say very interesting game and a very tough game. And again, you mentioned something before when you were asking Eru that Joe Pedro, would this be that he's a world-class player or is it because he's called hat-trick? Come on. Because he just called hat-trick.
I want to employ you to score a hat-trick in your community league. In Lugbe.
Is something that anybody should be. People have just got 6. What is that? So it's not important to score. So I don't think you just use this game to measure his.
Okay, fantastic. And they are still sitting below Manchester United. And talking about the Manchester United side, it seems like Manchester United had a sorrowful night. They had a night of mourning after having a 10-game, no-loss streak in the English Premier League. What do you think about the Manchester United match of last night? Newcastle 2, Manchester United 1. Ero, I'm going to start with you because I know that you're a Chelsea fan, and I want you to come out with all honesty. How do you think Michael Carrick has performed so far?
First of all, I'm going to give Michael Carrick flowers 100%.
Please, you have to send it. I'll give you his address. You have to send it with some cash when you are sending his flowers.
All right. He has done what Ruben Amorim did not do in a matter of months. He has brought stability to the Manchester United side. For the first time in years, Manchester United fans, I'm saying this in all sincerity, this is not banter. For the first time in years, Manchester United fans can now watch Manchester United fans with a bit of hope that they can win, that they have something to prove. Before now, when Manchester United fans are watching Manchester United fans, they are being it for vibes or just to laugh because they already know what the end result will be. So Carrick has brought back identity to that team. So I'm going to give Carrick the flowers. Then in regards to the game, 10 games and it's your first loss. That's a good one for an interim coach, yeah. And then going to the game yesterday, I knew it was going to be difficult. Even if I didn't expect Manchester United to lose, because I mean, this is the 6th year in a row they have not been able to defeat Newcastle at St. James Park. They have Manchester United and Chelsea. They have a problem in defeating Newcastle at their home soil. So
Okay.
I knew that the game was going to be difficult.
Indeed.
But then, when the game, when Aronski got a red card, I expected the game to turn around in Manchester United's favor. But to my surprise, the red card even gingered Newcastle more. They began to press higher. They had more chances, and it began to give me some questions. And then in the second half, I saw Manuel Ugarte coming on for Casemiro. That was the point where I knew that okay, the village people are finally.
Okay. I know that you've given Michael Carrick his flowers, but then you can talk about Manchester United and banter them with ease, from now till tomorrow or next week. But I'm coming over to you, Abel. In 1 minute, despite playing with 10 men for most of the match after Jacob Ramsey's red card, we saw a Newcastle side that won via the 90th minute with Will Osula's winner. What do you think about how they handled Michael Carrick's first defeat as Manchester United boss? It was inevitable.
Fantastic. I think Newcastle deserved the win yesterday because they played their hearts out, and even when they went down with one man, it was not even as if they were one man down. It's as if it was even Manchester United that was one man down. We see that is very well. But again, I have a problem, and I said that yesterday on our show. I said, what is wrong in tweaking your team? Because if you have a winning team, I think you should just keep them together. I know a lot of people were clamoring that, Sesko should come back in. Sesko is a super sub. Why don't you just leave him there, maintain your normal lineup, and you are winning games like that? You are going. Why do you want to now tweak it, bring Sesko in? I know David was saying yesterday that as a coach, sometimes it's good that you not be predicting. Predict me, no problem. But predict. Do you understand?
Yes.
So, that's why I have to talk about the carry. You are doing something where you have the chemistry already. These guys have gelled together. Sesko always come back from the bench. He has done that in 3 consecutive games. Why do you want to change it again? We know that.
Abel.
Something like super sub, right?
Yes.
Something that will come back from the bench. I know that going to give
Abel.
Why don't you just play that?
Abel, I said in 1 minute. I think you've taken 1 hour 30 minutes. Fantastic. Indeed, this is why. Quickly, 1 minute, please.
Okay. Mr. Eben, you cannot sign a striker for 80 million and then he plays 3 games from there, he gives goals, and you continue to take him on there. I promise you they will come for him. They say Tele will come for him. You would have to give reasons why he comes off the bench and scores and you still playing from there. A striker that you sell for 80 million. Don't forget there's no other company in that thing. So I don't think Carrick was wrong to have started with Manchester to Tele.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic, Abel, fantastic indeed. Thank you so much. We are going to be seeing Manchester United will be playing Aston Villa on Sunday, 15th of March. Arsenal will be playing Everton at home Saturday, 14th of March. And Chelsea will be playing Newcastle as well at home Saturday, 14th of March. So make sure you stick to your screens and watch those matches and get your highlights here. So we are going to be going on a short break right now. And when we come back, we are going to be talking about the FIFA verdict for Nigeria's and NFF's petition against the Republic of Congo. So don't go anywhere because P&B Sports Show will be right back. Okay, so welcome back to P&B Sports Show. I mean your host, your most handsome, your most articulate, your best, presenter and host here on P&B Sports Show. If you don't hype me, at least let me hype myself. So finally, we are going to be discussing about. Okay, so finally, Yes, I've written the exam and I'm going to mark the script by myself. Thank you so much. Finally, FIFA has included the Republic of Congo in the official accreditation notice and tournament program for the Intercontinental Playoffs scheduled for late March 2026 this month in Mexico. You know, earlier on we saw NFF came out and they said we've not received an official notice from the world governing body FIFA, but now the NFF's petition basically was that they alleged that the DR Congo fielded players specifically mentioning Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Excel Twanzebe, and saying that they cannot have dual citizenship based on the law from the DR Congo. But FIFA has said, you know, generally stated that players hold a permanent nationality passport of the country they represent and they are eligible regardless of their domestic citizenship law. Abel has left us. Ero, what do you think about this statement from FIFA?
When I read Nigeria's scripts that NFF submitted, I don't know. I told many people that if they get on it's not in our place to determine the rating of anybody for their country. I mean, are you trying to now tell me that VRO people did not access the players or access these information before letting these players represent their country? Moreover, look at the players that you even called out. These are not small players. They are not new players. These are players that have been they are household names. So I knew that there were little or no chances of our teams getting any positive feedback. Even after the social media buzz, online team, I knew those things were just media around to talk at all. So I'm not surprised at the verdict of FIFA of the two players who is in a situation of country of death. So you cannot it is not in your place, not in our place, as the country to determine for another country or another player who's our citizenship. So let's take our L and move on and prepare for the next of 2025.
So you said it right. You said let's take our L and move on. So we are going to be seeing from Africa, DR Congo, from Asia, Iraq, and Oceania, New Caledonia, South America, Bolivia, and also for the CONCACAF, we're going to be seeing Jamaica. And when it comes to the fixtures moving forward, for the semi-finals, we're going to be seeing New Caledonia versus Jamaica, and we'll be playing on Thursday, the 26th of March, 2026. Also, we are going to be seeing the DR Congo, the side from Africa. They are going to be playing the winner from the New Caledonia versus Jamaica matchup as well, and also in Bolivia will be playing as well on Thursday, 26th March 2026, and it seems like it's going to be fantastic, and it might be in the finals. We might be seeing the Iraq will be playing the winner of Bolivia as well. So it seems like it's going to be a tight one. But what do you think? Who do you think is going to qualify from this? So I've seen New Caledonia, Bolivia, Jamaica, Suriname, the Republic of Congo, and Iraq. Who do you think is going to qualify in your own opinion, Ero?
I am going to speak as an African. Congo has my support. Not just because I'm an African, but secondly, I've watched them even against Nigeria. They're a good side. They deserve to be there. They played better than us when we met. They played better. They outplayed us, even if we lost from penalty. If Nigeria were to be able, obviously, I would support Nigeria. But since Nigeria is not able to support DR Congo, they played when they are good side, they are formidable and strong side. So that support with the DR Congo every day, anytime. At least let Africans be well represented at the World Cup.
Okay, fantastic. Like Ero has said, let Africans be well represented at the World Cup. Well, it's so sad that we'll have to end the P&B Sports Show right now. Thank you all so much for your insights, and thank you for watching here on P&B TV. You know, it's always fantastic to have you people on the show and to always give you people the in-depth, the what is happening in total in the English Premier League and in the world of football and in the world of sports. And then what a night it was, and what a league as the dust settled on match day 29th in the English Premier League. One thing is clear, the race for the title and the top four has never been this unpredictable. Huge thanks to my Oga at the top, my boss, the Oginiga of sports, Abel Sunday and Errol John for the masterclass today. I am Arokotom reminding you that in this game, it's not over until the whistle is blown. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, and on X to stay ahead of the curve. Until next time, keep the passion alive, and it's bye for now.